Welcome to Business Innovators Radio, featuring industry influencers and trendsetters sharing proven strategies to help you build a better life right now.
Welcome to Brilliance Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. I am your host, Mark Stephen Pooler. We have an incredible guest on the show today, Melissa Heathers. We're going to be talking about the power of visibility, authorship, which is really close to my heart because I'm also an author and I work with many authors as well. So I'm sure it's going to be a great conversation. We're streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. We're on the E360 TV network. We're on Business Innovators Radio Network. We're also on USA Global Radio and Television Network and many more platforms, including mspnewsglobal.com. Let's bring in our incredible guest, the incredible Melissa Heathers. Melissa, welcome to Brilliance Business TV.
Hello, Mark. How are you today?
I'm doing really, really well. It's great to be having a conversation with you today and a great topic as well. So let's get started.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about authorship because it can be so powerful and how you support authors as well.
So I'm an author and I wrote my book and it was a healing journey just for me. And then I published it and I did it all by myself. And I thought, no, this book is powerful. There's words in here that can help other humans. And so I decided, okay, if you knew me a year ago, you would know I was very, very shy and introverted and not really out there in the world. And so I started marketing my book and I started gaining momentum. And I thought, giving visibility for your book, regardless of what publishing path you take, traditional, self-publish, it really, really shouldn't be this hard. And I thought the opportunity to have a TV show came up and I thought every story is worth savoring and I want to give authors the chance to have visibility to be out there in the world. So I ventured down that path into business and entrepreneurship.
I love it, Melissa. And what I love about your story is you was quite quiet and introverted, and that book has led to you building your confidence to be helping other authors to build their confidence so that they can go out into the world and get that visibility as well. I think that's really, really powerful. Now, let's talk a bit about visibility because in the entrepreneurship world, even outside of authorship, any business owner, anyone with a product or a service, visibility is so important and it can be difficult to get at times as well, can't it, Melissa?
It is super, super difficult to do that. And I've been told by many mentors, and I've learned that myself in my own business endeavors, that visibility is credibility. But what's interesting about authors, a lot of authors just write the book to have credibility, and the book gives credibility. So why not merge the two worlds together, visibility and credibility? You already have the book that makes you credible or an expert in your field. So that's kind of how it transpired.
I agree totally. I think they all work together as well. The book helps with the visibility helps with the book, and it's a great thing to be in. And I want to talk about a little bit the concept behind the book crawl. I love the name, the book crawl. Tell us a little bit about that.
I love the name too. It was actually a different name originally. So originally, I wanted the bookmark. And there was a very famous celebrity that had just produced a podcast called The Bookmark. So I thought, oh, okay, back to the drawing boards I go. And the book crawl mimics a pub crawl. And there's global book crawls out there where they go to the library, nothing on TV. And so I thought, how brilliant would that be to do a book crawl and go to cafes, libraries, pubs with the author's book, highlight their story, So there's two parts to the actual television show. There's the televised interview that it streams on Easy Way TV through the Women's Channel, Kate Linder TV, Bill Dukes TV, National Biz TV, with the hopes to further distribution once the show is ready. It's still in production. So there's that component to it, which is huge for visibility for authors. But there's the other component where I do a little bit of marketing and I curate book crawls to each author's delight. I'm actually about to fly out to New York this afternoon and interview 6 authors, and we're going to tour all around Connecticut and New York. It's going to be fabulous. So yeah, I just curate their book crawl and I do social and I do marketing for them on socials. And then once it's their month for their show, I will focus solely on that author's book and I will tour around my area or Toronto area, find cafes, libraries, read inserts from their book, talk about their book, those type of things.
I love this. I really love this. And I've got a new book coming out in probably about 6 to 8 weeks. And I've got the incredible Marie Diamond as my forward. She's on my front cover as well. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to be on your show.
You are going to be on my
your show, Melissa. Let's talk about it. So I want to get this clear in my mind. Is the book crawl the name of your TV show?
Yes. It's just called the book crawl.
And you're getting so many visibility because it's on so many different television networks, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, it just won a Legacy Maker Award through the networks, and yeah, the 4 distribution. Other people have come to me since then and said, okay, like think about this, distribution as well, and yeah.
And it's just become my IMDb accredited, which my show is as well, which is amazing for visibility as well because
it sure is
a huge database as well. So that's incredible as well. And also, Melissa, you mentioned you then go with the author and do like the book crawl at libraries, cafes and things like that. So you're kind of working like a publicist as well, aren't you? You're really helping getting this book to so many different places where they're going to get eyes, visibility, even book sales as well. That's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I do the marketing and all their banners. I just knew that like visibility was an issue and I wanted to make the show really, really special and a really unique experience for the author while giving them the visibility that they deserve from the television perspective. I love authorship. There's a reason why I'm doing this, and may I share for a moment?
Of course.
So when I was kind of going through my like spiritual transcendence and ascendance, it was after my divorce and I had a really bad car accident, and I almost went blind from that car accident, and I did 5 years of therapy. And some days I was a single mom and I would have, just enough money to buy a book. So I would go into Indigo and I would find the book that called to me and resonated to me in my soul and my heart and who I was with a person. And it was always the right book that I needed to read that I would pick. Starting with The Power Now by Eckhart Tolle was my big aha book. And I've always taken that appreciation for book and how the power of book and words and stories can truly, truly heal you and help you and evolve you as a human. So that's a bit of my story and my background.
I love that. And I think that's really important you shared that as well, Melissa, because I think you're supporting authors and that is so important for them to see as well, that sharing a story, getting the visibility around that story, it all works in harmony. I've got a big story, I won't share it now. I've shared it many, many times going back about drug addiction and dying from drug use. And at first, people, you may be a bit shy to share your vulnerability and your story, but that is how people can can connect with you. So I think helping authors see that they have a story, they can get visibility around the book, and sharing that story is so important. So I'm really happy you shared that, Melissa, and it just shows you can go from adversity and then go on to create visibility, authority, and really help authors get the visibility that they deserve, which I think is so important as well.
Agreed. I always say in my book, I write about like duality and kind of the war that we have between our head and our hearts and who we are, and how we splinter away from ourselves and we have to come back home. And I always say like darkness is our greatest gift to find our light again and come back into alignment. It doesn't feel like it when you're in those dark moments, but it does help you kind of come back home and find your light. It's like polarity. You can't have darkness without light, and you can't have light without darkness. They need each other.
Yes, and I find if you're coming into more light, you do get more darkness as well. You have to take the two; they have to come together. But I think when you do come into the light, you're much better at embracing the darkness and holding it, giving it space and allowing it to exist and to embrace it, rather than to try and suppress it or push it away, which only makes it worse. So I think that's so important. So you have the show, the book crawl, that gives them the visibility, that gives them all the expertise, and showing them as the expert in that spotlight. That can be a marketing tool where 2-3 years down the line, people are still finding that interview and it's still marketing that book. That's the power of an interview, isn't it, Melissa?
Yeah, it's like PR. It's always going to be there. It's imprinted in the world, just like your words in your book are imprinted in the world.
Permanent digital footprint, incredible. And then you go on and you market for them in cafes, in libraries, in great places where the book is promoted, and you go around and do that tour. That can be quite exciting as well, can't it?
Yeah, like I said, I'm heading out to New York tonight, and we're gonna book crawl around Connecticut. We found a couple amazing restaurants. But you know what it is more than the book crawl? Like, I'm honored that I can be the host to highlight their books and highlight their stories and give them the visibility. It's the connection. And I really do have the most powerful, spiritual, healing entrepreneur authors on the first season of the book crawl. So I'm grateful to have that connection with them and share this experience with them. I want to give them an experience. So
you are giving them an experience, Melissa. And Melissa, what kind of authors ideally is your dream person to work with? Who do you like to support? Who are the ones that you want to give that visibility? I know people can reach out to you at soulsecrets.ca. That's soulsecrets.ca. One more, soulsecrets.ca. Who should reach out to you, Melissa?
So for me, it's not about me. It's about giving an author visibility. And I can always find a book and always find a message. Because when I promote somebody's book, I promote when I read, because I read all their books and I call them Mel's margins. I read all their books and I take away what sentences or what chapters made me feel something and the perspective from my feelings. So it's a little bit different. It's not so analytical. So I don't judge any author. I accept and embrace all authors, and I will find a powerful message or meaning in your book. If you're asking me personally, I'm a very spiritual person. My book's called Dear Ego, Dear Heart, and those type of books really resonate with me. So I might get a little extra excited if it's a spiritual author coming on the show. But
well, that's it. People that resonate with you, people that connect with you and your energy, and you're going to attract all different kinds of people, but they'll always be aligned with you, Melissa. I love that.
Yeah.
I would encourage everyone to connect with Melissa. Go to soulsecrets.ca. That's soulsecrets.ca. Melissa, I thoroughly enjoyed having you as a guest today. Is there anything we haven't covered that you would like to share?
Thank you for having me as a guest. I'm honored and elated. And just remember, every story is worth savoring, and I'm here to help you savor your stories.
I love it. Thank you so much for being my guest today, Melissa. I thoroughly enjoyed having a conversation with you.
Me as well, Mark. Thank you.
Pleasure's been all ours. Thank you everyone for joining us for Brilliant Business TV, conversations with leading experts in business. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to Business Innovators Radio. To hear all episodes featuring leading industry influencers and trendsetters, visit us online at businessinnovatorsradio.com today.